Start this a third time. How you doing? This is a box from BITDEALS.TECH. BITDEALS.TECH. And I guess this is a sponsored unboxing because I'm opening it up and I'm going to go through the contents, and then some of this contents is going to go to work for Z reviews. So Pasta, the only link you got to link in this video is BITDEALS.TECH. And I crossed out my address there, and then I opened the box, and the previous take, and it was like, oh, did you put my address there twice? Thanks. Anyway, this is going to be great and helpful because I actually had a list here on my phone, but I don't need a list on my phone because the list is here. That's actually brilliant. Like, can I just point out that like having the invoice of what's in this box be here is fantastic. So let's open this foam. Holy shit. Because it's not just like normal acrylic foam. This is like, that is severe, like hard drive sending foam. Because BITDEALS.TECH, I've looked at the site. You can look at the site. You're all going to click the link, look at the site. Is a lot of server hardware and server accessories and hard drives and things like that. And look at this organization. I'm jealous. I'm fucking jealous. Okay. There's basically two of everything in this box. So I think I'm going to lay it all out, try to match, and then try to figure out which one is which. Because while I have a degree in networking, it's been a while since I used it. Okay, are these things the same? These things feel like the same. So we're gonna stack. We'll keep one wrapped. I'll open one. Then these two things have pink. It's a fun game. So here's pink, and I think this has pink. Yes. Yes, that looks very similar. Let's do that. So now we have a bunch. Actually, there's three of one thing because it's a hard drive. They got the hard drives in the middle. They put all the cards on the outside. I would probably have boxed this again, but I guess this has worked before. That's that, and that's that. So now we've got, these things should be the same, and these might be the three because there's an empty slot. Caution. This is Adele. Not Adele the singer, Adele the product. Caution. This is Hitachi. Oh no, we've already started the tomfoolery. So we've got Adele and an Hitachi. And then we'll give you the actual model numbers and stuff as we're pulling these things out. Basically I'm gonna be upgrading my NAS a little bit, adding 2 hard drives to that. I got an extra hot swap hard drive in this box in case something goes wrong. Here's another Hitachi. These are the good ones. Okay, Hitachi. There should be a third Hitachi. Are you it? Are you it? No, you're the Dell. So there's our double Dell. Double Dells. That means I'm gonna get a triple Hitachi. Like when you're playing games. Seagate. Here's a Seagate, our first Seagate. And we're basically gonna, Western Digital. Wait. Okay, so that's a Western Digital. So now we've got, oh God. Western Digital, so that was here. It's like we're playing a weird game of Battleship, and I'm gonna lose. Western Digital, I got the 3 Western Digitals. That's right, because Western Digital bought HGST, and those are HGST drives. So this one should be the other Hitachi. No, the other Seagate. So I've got 2 Seagates, 2 Hitachis, 3 of these. So now I need this list, and I guess we'll start with the hard drive. I'm gonna open one of these hard drives each, if that's okay with everyone watching. I think you guys can grasp it. So this should be the 14 terabyte. And because my NAS, my current NAS that I'm using is an Unraid box that JDM Huat from serverbills.net put together. And he's the one that got me in touch with BitDeals. And he's like, yeah, you have 2 more empty slots that could take 14 terabyte drives. So here you go. So Western Digital 14 terabyte, right? Boom, 3 of those. 7,200 RPM. These will be the best drives in my NAS once I add them. The other ones I shucked out of, those out of Best Buy externals, and they've worked pretty well so far. But these will be nice because you can, with Unraid, you don't even. I can put all these in an Unraid. They're all different sizes too. So like that's 14 terabyte. Now we're gonna move on to the Seagate. The Seagates are 6 terabyte. If any of my friends, I know what's going to happen. People are going to see this unboxing. They're like, hey, Zeus, you got any extra hard drives? And the funny thing is I actually have boxes of extra hard drives in the basement because I live on data and storing things. So the 6,000 gigabyte capacity, Seagate Enterprise capacity. Do you want to know the model numbers of these? So the Western Digital is WUH721414AL5200. And the Seagate here, warranty void if removed, by the way, is the Well, there's 6 terabyte and apparently a 3 terabyte Seagates, 2 of each. Where was the other Seagates? But these are the ST33, no, so these are ST6000 NM0014. So I am building a couple computers. I wanted to keep everything on my NAS, but I do like video encoding still and read write on solid state stuff. I constantly, like I've been doing it on an external drive in case it blows up. I could just throw that drive out, buy another one. So now we've got the Hitachi, and this one, February 2010. Damn, boy, you old. What are these Hitachis doing? 2 terabyte Hitachi. Interesting. I guess do not cover this hole. What's the dates on these? Hold on. This should be like new. You know there's 18 terabyte hard drives out? That's fucking blows my mind. Model number, made in Thailand. That's before the flood. Assembled in Thailand. I don't see a date. Oh, there, November 2019. Why is the date 15286? In English, Seagate, I feel like they do that just to fuck with you. Someone watching this will be like, oh, Seagate, if it's 15286, that's obviously the first year of the solar eclipse. So let's go on. I'm taking this one out. So those old drives. I'm not going to do drives from February 2010. Am I going to trust them? I mean, yes, I trust them. So now these Dells should be the 4 terabytes. 4 terabyte Dells. Like I was saying, 4 terabyte Dell. And these Dells are labeled here as Hitachi, Toshiba Dell, 4 terabytes. So when were you birthed into the world? In the Philippines. It's weird how they all come from down there. Where's your date? Where's your date? 7200 RPM. Part number 2. Manufacture date 2016. May 23rd, 2016. That's wild. Okay, so now we got to the interesting things. Because these are useless if you go and get one. Because I think these are all 10 gig. There's 2 SAS adapters and 2 10 gigabit network cards in different varieties. So I'm going to have to make something 10 gigabit, not 10 tera. What did I say? Something's going to have to be a 10 gigabit connection in my house. Now, as much as I study networking and I have a degree in it, identifying this by eye is going to be a trip. So there's ETH0 active link. So which card are you? Because there should be an Intel 528 single port FZ 10 gigabyte NIC, and then a Mellanox Connex 2 10 gigabyte Ethernet adapter, and then LSI SAS 921181 HBAs. So I know you're never supposed to put this down. I always was under the impression you're supposed to put the thing down on the bag because anti-static bag. The reason it's an anti-static bag is it keeps static out because it keeps static on the outside of the bag. The outside of the bag, where you're going to put this thing that's sensitive static on the bag. So don't put your equipment down on that. This is a clean, wiped surface with no conductivity. That's a beautiful Intel piece. It's definitely just a NIC because that's all we got hooking up to it. So that's one. And now we've got this. Now let's see what this looks like. God, my hard drives though. As someone who was interested in networking many years ago, getting back into it is like, oh God, there's so much I don't know. Wow, now that's a beast mode right there. Port 1 and port 2. So is this another NIC? This is bouncing, this is straight fucking fiber. I'm gonna need straight fucking fiber cables. Wow, I'm gonna have a very fast internal home network. Although I do use a lot of those little mini computers, like this one here floating around the middle of my room. Like boom, like that little Lenovo Think Center. So I don't think I'll be able to fit a 10 gigabit. I don't think it's gonna fit. Let's see, the last one then. So that, we'll take them all out and then we'll decide which one's which. It's like a fun game. It's like, hey, remember when you used to have a career in this? And I'm like, no, I don't. So this one has no connectivity, so this is just a SAS board, so there you go. I've never actually used SAS, but there's our LSI. This one at least says LSI. PCI Express 8X. So turn this around. It's not a graphics card, which is why people can afford to send me one. So yeah, okay, so we've got, what are we looking at? Connect X2, I'm assuming, is the Mellanox. And then the Intel single port. So there you go. So the Intel is the single port, and this one is the Mellanox. So somehow, in the coming weeks, I'm going to somehow integrate multiple of these into equipment here. And then at least these 2 drives will be going into my currently active NAS. And then I've got lots of spare. It's a hot swap spare in case something goes wrong. And then I have these 6 drives of varying capacities and ages that I'm going to have to do something with. We'll find out. Maybe I'll, you know what I could do? If I don't just smash all this stuff into a single NAS box, which is what JDM Watt is like begging me to do. And I'm like, I kind of don't want to, like, I have OCD and I don't want to have multiple, like, different size drives, but you can do it. If these all are obviously working drives, I'll check them. I have older hard drives, and what I might do, and you tell me if this is interesting to you, is I'll fill them up, not with my movies and music and things that send me to prison, which would be music and movies, not any dirty Scandinavian porn, but I'd fill them up with my reviews, all my reviews, every review I've ever taken, every unboxing I've ever done, every Z Cooks I've ever done. The raw files, the compressed AVIs. Yes, I use fucking AVIs. Fuck you, I use Virtual Dub. All these get compressed from MP4 to AVI in like half the size and uploaded to YouTube. But I could just take that, my archive, and just put it all in there as of that day. And then, well, it wouldn't be these hard drives, it would be the other ones, but just sell them. Someone would bid on that. To have a backed up, perfect copy of everything I've ever done, including some reviews that have been pulled off of YouTube. Someone would bid on that. Got to make money on it somehow, but that would be a good thing to do. Although I could probably, it definitely wouldn't fit on a USB key. There's terabytes of data. Terabytes of data. In fact, how big is this? What's the smallest one here? 2? 2s would probably be getting real close, so it's not going to fit on that. In fact, I haven't checked in a while. It may not fit on any hard drive. The archive, the Zeos archive. So thank you to BITDEALS.TECH for sending me this piece of foam, which I'm going to use. I'm going to put it behind my microphone. This is like really good foam. I can't overstate the fact that this is like quality. And then I'm going to shove these things in things. And then I'm going to shove at least these 2 things in things. And then these things get shoved also. And it's just, my life is now, oh God, it's taking me back. I want to go back there.